Hello and welcome to CX Today. My name is Charlie, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Elizabeth Toby, Head of Marketing for Digital Solutions at NICE. Elizabeth, it's great to have you join us today. How are you doing?
Doing great. Really excited to talk about this. It's been a big beginning of the year for AI.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have some really impressive demos to share with everybody of the NICE Enlighten AI portfolio, showcasing some of the most exciting, I think, AI solutions within the customer experience market. But before we go into that, I think it's first important to note that NICE has split its Enlighten offering into three core solutions. There's Enlighten Co-Pilot, Enlighten Actions, and Enlighten Autopilot. But before we look at each of those individually, I was wondering, Elizabeth, if you could first tell us a little bit about what differentiates the Enlighten portfolio as a whole from all the other contact center AI suites on the market.
Yeah, it's a great question. And I think the framing of this is to start with the fact that Enlighten's actually been around for years now. We have been building up these series of models. We have over 1,000 of them over years. And they span essentially every industry and use case that you can think of, built off of CX specific interactions. So when you think about either a voice or a text interaction, what we are trying to do is train these models based on what is being said, all of the different utterances and their core intents, and then being able to vector towards the most successful outcome, which we know because we have a lot of examples of how people approach things differently to be able to have that successful outcome. And so when you get to now with generative AI and a lot of the new technology that we're seeing that's really made an explosion in terms of accessibility and usability of AI on a broad scale, Enlighten Autopilot is our digital self-service attendant that can fully automate conversations in a human-like way and then resolve customer issues. And if you ever do need to transfer to an agent or a different system, that handoff is seamless. Enlighten Co-Pilot is both agent assist and supervisor assist, two different applications of that. And that's a by your side collaborator that's helping level up and reduce the cognitive load of agents and supervisors. So if you think about all of those times where an agent has to search for an answer and make someone wait or type something at the end of a call, those are the kind of very easy examples that Copilot can help with in order to give the right answers at the right time in the right way so that the agents can really focus on the very strategic and higher level issues. Same with supervisors. Instead of them being taskmasters day in and day out, just trying to find the problems and quell the fires, they're able to start their day with someone who's a collaborator who can point out what is going on in their contact center so they can help folks who might be struggling, reward those who are excelling, and to really be very personalized and targeted and proactive so they can be far more strategic and advance the contact center in a way forward. And then last but not least, we have Enlighten Actions, which is geared towards operations leaders, really anyone who's interested in the business of CX. So while we say operational leaders for those within the contact center, I do think there are many use cases that expand out into many other departments. And the focus here is really being able to take all of that unstructured data that we have in our business today and be able to utilize it and interface with it so that we can query it, analyze it, research it, and then take action on it in a very human conversational way. So folks like me and you who maybe don't write SQL queries day in and day out would be able to interface with Enlighten Actions, much like you do with a search engine chat box. Ask a question, get back a personalized dashboard or report, continue the conversation as you continue to iterate. And all of these solutions together with Enlighten is really about making this flywheel and this virtuous circle where you're improving automation to improve the lives of the agents and the supervisors who are then providing data that's very at a high level strategically helping those executives who, again, can go and improve the automation experience for the customer on and on again.
Yeah, lots of really great stuff in there. And I think that really highlights kind of how deep the Enlighten AI portfolio is. But let's now maybe take a look at one of the solutions and actions. I think first up, we have a demonstration of Enlighten Co-Pilot. So let's see it in action.
Introducing Enlighten Co-Pilot, a centralized conversational AI tool that enhances agent and supervisor experiences through smarter interactions, personalized coaching, and task automation. Co-Pilot seamlessly guides agents through any conversation with customers, delivering key contextual information, suggested actions and automation, and real-time customer sentiment, all on their agent desktop. Co-Pilot takes care of the little things like sending confirmation emails and creating detailed interaction summaries, and the agent doesn't have to navigate multiple desktops. When agents have a moment in between interactions, Co-Pilot helps coach the agent to master soft skills like demonstrating ownership. With Enlighten Co-Pilot, being an agent becomes more rewarding by creating empowering and efficient experiences for all.
Excellent. So that was the first demonstration of the day on Enlighten Co-Pilot. And yeah, lots of really great capabilities there. But I think what would be really great to ask you kind of following that, Elizabeth, that given that there are so many kind of co-pilots out there in the market, what do you think most differentiates the Enlighten Co-Pilot that we've just seen?
Yeah, I think that the first thing that I love to underscore for folks is that this is the only co-pilot on the market built for customer experience. There are lots of co-pilots out there that help in more general use cases, and they're great, but not all co-pilots are created equal for all equal work. And when you think about the business of CX, for both the back-end employee point of view and the customer point of view, you really need something that can understand what you're trying to do in the time frame you need to do it, and then help you accomplish that goal. And so that is the only thing our co-pilots are built for, and they're specifically tuned for agents and supervisors. And that, again, allows us to access knowledge faster, be able to have generative AI create us answers that we can either augment or send whole cloth, that ties into sales assistance so that you can offer deals or coupons along the way that can ensure that you are compliant and can flag any risks, because we know that's another thing that we as businesses have to deal with. And I think that specificity and tuning to the needs in the day in and the day out tasks of agents and supervisors is really what makes our co-pilot different and makes it from day one be able to drive that real value for those employees and give the best outcome for the customers. And another big benefit of that is it is easier to onboard and train folks because it is, again, built naturally for their systems and processes, and it is working in their workflows and their windows and their tools and technology that they already use every day.
Excellent. Yeah, that's a big differentiator, because I guess it kind of powers up every kind of use case that's not only available now, but also the ones that you will build for the future. So that's really good stuff there on Enlighten Co-Pilot. And I think now maybe it's time to turn over the page to our next Enlighten product, and that is Enlighten Actions. So yeah, let's take a sneak peek at this solution.
Enlighten Actions has the answer to the question, what do I need to know about my business today? It uncovers 3 important trends: an increased CSAT score, rising transfer rates, and a declining premium upgrade conversion rate. Enlighten Actions proactively identifies top-performing agents with high CSAT scores. It recognizes agents like Jane Rogan who excel in their performance, boosting morale and motivating others. Enlighten Actions identifies a common struggle, demonstrating ownership, a crucial soft skill for agents. It creates personalized coaching packages tailored to individual agents' needs, simplifying tasks that would typically take hours. Another challenge revealed by Enlighten Actions is incorrectly routed interactions, leading to rising transfer rates. With Enlighten Actions guidance, businesses can automatically adjust workflow, ensuring efficient routing and reducing transfer rates. Examining the declining premium upgrade conversion rate, Enlighten Actions reveals an industry benchmark. 76% of companies automate premium upgrades. Enlighten Actions provides an AI-driven breakdown of the current premium upgrade process, showing how customer intents related to upgrades can be automatically detected and understood in an AI self-service environment. To help CX and business leaders stay on top, Actions also creates and automates status reports based on key indicators or challenges and delivers them based on your preferences. With proactive insights and a user-friendly interface, Actions empowers businesses to identify top performers, address challenges, reduce errors, optimize workflows, and automate processes. Enlighten Actions, empowering businesses to transform service operations and accelerate business decision-making.
So another very powerful solution there. And I think it's great now to maybe dig deeper into some of those use cases that we've seen. And I guess, Elizabeth, my next question to you would be regarding kind of Enlighten Actions. Which use cases are most exciting you and are most exciting your customers?
One of the wonderful things about Actions is that it has a very broad use case because it does have that ability to interface with all of your native and third-party data and then work with the common CX1 models within our CX platform and then give you back those personalized generative AI results that you need. And I think the ways that this can be really impactful, if you even think about CX operational leaders, is something like you have an executive come down and say, we need to reduce call times by 20% this quarter, or we need to save $1 million. If you have those broad sweeping mandates, those questions generally take weeks or maybe months to spin up a team of engineers or data scientists to crunch the numbers, present you a report, ask questions, poke holes in it, iterate. And now you can actually turn those engineers and scientists into more like prompt engineers who are perhaps working with you, or you can even do this yourself to be able to go into that data, use Enlighten Actions with that kind of search engine prompt saying, tell me about the top level calls that we can automate right now. And the personalized reports and dashboards that you can get out of that can come up immediately for you rather than that lag time of having to mine the data. Because we all know that businesses have a ton of data right now, but we don't necessarily have the time and the resources and the bandwidth to actually analyze it and move forward with it. And so that cuts through all of it with Enlighten Actions. And then from there, again, the poking holes, the iteration, getting to the next step, all of that can happen in real time in that collaborative function within Enlighten Actions. And because it is built into the holistic CX1 system, you can then take whatever actions you need next to implement that, whether that is building out a self-service flow, whether that is implementing a new process that then gets handed down to the agents and supervisors. All of that can happen in one connected ecosystem. And I think that's one of the big things that we're really trying to hit on here is customer experience is a journey that should be seamless and everything should feed into everything else. And so really being able to complete that loop and complete that circle where everything from the first touch point through to the last informs how you make your business both on the micro and the macro level better, more efficient, and move faster. And so we can really increase the pace that you can make decisions and then inform those outcomes and change how your business operates for the better.
Yeah, it's really incredible how quickly this space has moved. Kind of, you consider 5 years ago or something that there was just a team of kind of data engineers in the contact center just mining for insights, as you said. And now the fact that you can just glean, that you can use a tool like Enlighten Action just to glean those insights. I mean, it's a really incredible kind of pace of advancement that we're seeing. So that's another really great solution there. And I think maybe now let's move on to the third and final solution that we have today, and that's Enlighten Autopilot. And let's take a look at this solution.
Introducing Enlighten Autopilot, your trusted virtual service employee designed to cater to customer needs through friendly, AI-driven conversations, like seamlessly booking a flight in a mobile app for an exciting destination. After selecting departure and return dates, a proactive message engages the customer asking about a previous premium upgrade request. The consumer does want an upgrade, and Autopilot ensures the account is verified and secured before continuing the transaction by sending an SMS message to the account phone number. After the verification number is entered into the mobile app conversation, Autopilot completes the itinerary switch and invites the customer to return to the booking screen with all the changes reflected. A quick review of the itinerary and the customer moves to complete the payment in a secure and convincing manner. Once the transaction is complete, a follow-up email is sent confirming the travel plans. Regardless of the channel or device the customer engages with your brand, Enlighten Autopilot is there to ensure seamless interaction.
So that is the demo for Enlighten Autopilot. And yeah, again, lots of really great stuff within that demo. Just as a follow-up for you, Elizabeth, I was wondering if you could maybe tell us a little bit about how Enlighten Autopilot kind of builds on the automated chatbots that we've seen in the past.
I think the first thing to recognize is that a lot of us have probably had poor experiences with chatbots before. And I think we're trying to take that and turn the name around of what we think about when we think of IVAs or chatbots or automated assistants. And again, generative AI is really one of the things that's making this pretty incredible for us. But behind the scenes, all of those models driving what is being said by generative AI is really the magic. So with Autopilot, when a customer comes in and asks a question, we need to understand exactly what they're saying, not just the literal meaning of the words, but that core intent. Because you and I will ask a question for the same need 2 different ways. It'll never be the same. And the Autopilot is actually able to understand what we want to accomplish and then be able to match that to the best way to accomplish that for the needs of the customer at the time. And so that is really the moment that we're going to take chatbots from being a little bit on rails, a little bit limited, to being very expansive in terms of its understanding and then its ability to actually react, respond, and take full action. And that's one of the great things about Autopilot here, is that it can actually fully resolve an issue. So even if you're trying to change a reservation or cancel something, there's never a time where you'll need to be handed off to someone unless there's something far more complex or you want that handoff. And I think that's something that we've really seen consumers want and need and feel most frustrated and hemmed in by with chatbots of the past, that they aren't understood, that they're on rails. And I think another thing on the back end for businesses is this can get spun up much faster because it is tied into your system. It's tied into your knowledge base. So it being able to be accurate and trustworthy, that's going to happen every single time. It will be trained exactly like your best employee. And you don't need to bring in consultants to help build out those workflows to understand what questions should be asked, exactly how it should be responding to each one of those, because the generative AI will be able to do that on the fly based on what is being asked. Always, again, being able to draw in from the knowledge and the processes from your business to keep it guarded and keep it secure and to be able to make it on track for the brand identity and the way you like to express yourself to the world.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the chatbot conversation kind of does focus on the actual customer experience in talking with the chatbot, but that kind of intent orchestration almost piece that you were talking about, and the speed at which that will help developers build better chatbots quicker to put in front of their customers, I think that is really exciting. And the possibilities, I suppose, for generative AI with conversational AI are kind of incredibly thought-provoking and a big topic within the space. But I won't draw you into a conversation on that. I think it's been an amazing kind of overview of the entire Enlighten portfolio, but I'm sure there are people watching this that will want to dig deeper. So maybe my final question for you, Elizabeth, will be kind of where can our viewers go to access a more detailed demo of the Enlighten suite?
Yeah, I'll make it very simple for you. You can go to nice.com right now, and right on the homepage, you will see where we are talking about CXAI. You can click there, find more demos, find white papers, find some interactive elements there. It's all there for you to explore. Really excited to be able to talk more about this in the months to come.
Absolutely. And we'll leave a link into the NICE website as well in the description box so everybody can just, don't even need to go to the URL. But I think, again, it's been great to talk to you today. So thanks very much for joining me today, Elizabeth.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely. And thanks to everybody for watching too. Bye for now.